Yerrr.
Yerrr. Oh, she too
she too pretty today to say yerrr. She
can't even
do it today. Yerrr and mess up the makeup. So it's all good.
Yerrr.
There we go.
All right, there you go.
Welcome to episode 70 of the Yerrr Sports Show. Can you believe it? We are at 70 episodes, guys. 70.
I can believe it. I'm surprised we ain't at 100.
I can't believe
I
it.
definitely can believe it. I can believe it.
I can't believe it.
Can't believe it. So, welcome. I am your host, Big Baby, a.k.a. Dre Dollars. To my right, nope, I'm sorry. You gotta do it in order. To the bottom, we have B.
Just getting money.
K. Matt.
I ain't gonna hold you. I wish I was living like y'all, Miss 7K Tay and big baby dollars and all this.
I'm sorry, Mister. I work 26 hours out the week. I'm trying to be like you.
I'm a hardworking man.
Yeah,
I gotta do what I gotta
I've
do.
been to your house, Mister. I got like 7 rooms in my crib and 2 refrigerators filled.
First of all,
I'm trying to be like you.
It's 5 bedrooms. Let's get that straight. Don't do that. I don't have
with
7 bedrooms
with
at
a
all.
backyard.
But my backyard's not that big.
And a blow up set that you get to play slide on from time to time.
It's not for me. It's for the kids. And I got a lot of nieces and nephews. If you haven't noticed, like, jeez, trying to be like Tavy when I grow up. True.
Right. Speaking of, we have the Queen, the head of the Yerrr Sports Show table, the Queen, 7K Tay.
What's good, everybody? Happy Saturday.
Happy
Got
Saturday.
at least 3K on your neck. Got at least 3K.
Man, don't show it all to the public. Don't show it all to the public. But
looking like she the princess of Wakanda with that thing on.
forever.
Oh man.
Yo, this takes up most of the time.
No.
How was everybody's week? Tay, how was your week?
Week was good. Busy.
You know, working woman.
Told you trying to be like her when I grow up.
Definitely, we all trying to be like Tay when we grow up. Sure. Matt, how was your week?
Long, but I made through it. Never would have made it, but I made it. So it was good.
I bet you did, John Henry, working them slave shifts.
Picking cotton, boy. I swear, picking cotton. Ooh.
Man. My week was good. I got to experience a new position in being a supervisor. So, I got a chance to work in the tower, which was pretty cool. It's easier than I thought it was going to be. So,
finally got a piece of that pie. Moving on up. I see you.
Again, I'm trying to have a house like you. I'm trying to be able to throw money away like Tay. I'm just trying to be like y'all while I grow up.
I'm really trying to be like Tay.
Throw it up.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. The goal
that
is
the goal.
I want to be 7K Dre. I don't like I want to be 7K Dre.
Ooh, I want at least 5. I'll be happy with 7. I want to at least get to 5.
Tay's like, I got that in my pocket. What you talking about?
She got 3 of it. She got 3 of it around her neck.
Let's stop talking about Tay pockets when we have to beat people up. So, a lot of stuff has been going on this week in sports. A lot, and especially the Olympic stuff.
I wonder if I should do the whole podcast cockeyed. Like,
no,
please.
No, please don't.
No,
you got the makeup on.
Now we're just gonna be sitting. We're not gonna be able to get through the podcast
at all.
Oh,
like, what bike?
we got one person that we joke on the regular. He's not here. Shout out to Pete.
No, you the person we joke on the regular too.
Who, me?
Yeah,
y'all joke on me. It's not much to joke on. Just my head.
Shot by a rank. 5.
Hey, it's getting longer though.
He shot by a rank.
My man's Maxine Shaw going to work. I see you, bro.
Yo, did I tell you I was thinking about cutting it though? Thinking about cutting it.
What type of hairstyle you gonna have next?
I don't know. I'm thinking about letting Jerry Curl juice come through with something.
I knew he was
right. I'm probably gonna some Matt stuff, right?
I'll probably get some Jerry
Curl juice.
What's the last time you had a Caesar?
when I was like 12.
Let me see, Matt. Matt, I don't think Matt Hairline ready for a season right now.
I don't think you're ready for that yet. You're not ready for this yet. So
we're just gonna continue with the jokes. We're gonna continue with the jokes. Okay.
You won't have this. You have like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going holy man. That's what we're going. Okay, I got you.
Most definitely.
I got you.
All right. So let's get into the smoke section. A lot to talk about, but this is a very important topic.
Also, he can have his moment because he gets all emotional when he doesn't.
It's not going to be that crazy. I mean, I feel like this is more or less me and you together. Tag teaming it.
Jay holding down with the prayer hands.
Want to hear something crazy? I think we might be on opposite sides of the fence for this one a little bit.
That wouldn't be new, but let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's smoke session, we are going to be speaking on one Sha'Carri Richardson, a track sensation who tested positive for marijuana in her system and on her drug test. So the Olympics decided that they were going to suspend her for 1 month, which means she cannot participate in the 100-meter women race. Now, I'm kind of in the middle with it. Why I'm in the middle of it is because we know the rules. Even though marijuana is legal in certain areas of the world, it's not legal everywhere in the world. So it's still a banned substance as far as these drug tests are, as far as talking about these drug tests. Now, where I'm kind of a little iffy with it is marijuana is not exactly steroids. It's not exactly a performance enhancement drug. So whereas I don't feel like a month of suspension is necessary. I feel like she acknowledged what she did was wrong, and the rules are the rules. But I feel like it's being blown into something that it's not. You got these, people that are going like, oh, she's wrong. It's banned. It's like it's steroids. It's not steroids. Some people use marijuana sometimes for mental issues, for depression. I believe she just lost her mom not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken. So you don't know what that young lady's going through. And sometimes marijuana is a coping mechanism that is not as bad as other drugs that certain people choose to use. So I just the young lady, she admitted what she did was wrong. I'm guessing she's accepting the punishment. I really think it's a little bit too much, but the rules are the rules. What can you do? Tell you what you think about it.
I get what you're saying. We're not on opposite ends of the spectrum. It's one of those things where, the rules and this and the third, and I understand 100% where people are coming from. But you're acting like this girl is like shooting steroids in her butt. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they're making it. Yeah. And to be honest with you, I know plenty of weed smokers, and I never knew any weed smoker that could run 100-meter anything. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I feel like we do have to take into account that this girl, suffered insurmountable loss. You get what I'm saying? And this could not have come at the worst possible time, and I do feel like she should accept the suspension. I'm grateful. I think when it comes to the Olympics, like they have their rules, you broke the rules. You get what I'm saying? I don't feel like her sponsors should leave her.
Oh.
Yeah, but as far as the Olympics go, you took the chance. That's my mother with the ad-libs. It's her birthday.
Mama.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Mama. Yeah. It's the rules of the rules, though. It's not as if it was bait and switch.
Right.
And me personally, it's unfortunate. You get what I'm saying? I really want her to be able to show the world her skills.
Mm-hmm.
But this could not have all happened at the worst possible time. There's no grief like in Matt. Unfortunately, you know how this feels. There's no grief to match the pain of losing a mother. You get what I'm saying? And we should be like, if all she did was smoke weed after losing her mom's, like, it's not like the end of the world. But I think 30-day suspension isn't that bad either. I think they really could have really ran the gamut, and they didn't.
Absolutely. Just going to piggyback on what Tay said and basically say the same thing. We're all in agreement, and I'm sure we don't all have to say it, but we're all in agreement that the rules are the rules, right? At the same time, again, we're not saying we don't support her. That's the last thing we're saying, because we definitely want her to run, because I've been seeing a bunch of wild stuff about people saying rules are the rules. Listen, as ex-athletes, we all know certain things we're supposed to do and certain things we're not supposed to do. Even the NBA, NFL, everything we talk about, there are certain rules to pertain. Now, 30 days, yes, seems a bit harsh because she's missing out on the opportunity to do something that she was going to be infamous for. She's infamous for it in that 100-meter run. But at the same time, the Olympics are really, really strict on everything. Everything. So with that being said, like somebody said inside the comments, it's just a setback for a major comeback, basically. That's basically all I have to say about it. Pete, your thoughts?
What's up, everybody? So I apologize for the late arrival. I am on location.
Don't worry about that. What's your thoughts on the topic?
No, I think the rules are BS and archaic. I'm gonna be real with you. The rules are BS. I don't agree with her suspension at all. I have a lot of respect for the way that she handled everything, for the way that she owned up to everything and said, yeah, I did it. Right. I did that, and I don't take away from that. And, whether she had an excuse to or not, the fact that her mother passed away is a completely legitimate excuse. She's dealing with grief and she's going through that process. But even if she was just having recreational marijuana, there should not be a reason for her to have an excuse. The Olympic Committee needs to realize that they are outdated, they are archaic, and they are holding on to traditions that many, if not every single major sport in America has eased up on marijuana violations with its players and its participants, as well as the state that she competed in to qualify. Recreational marijuana is legal, and it is legal
Oregon,
in many states. I believe so, yeah, and it's legal in many states around this country as well. And so for the Olympic Committee, the International Olympic Committee, to come down on her and to say like, oh, this is a drug violation and things like that, it's a problem. Again, yes, I agree that they're abiding by their current rules, but the IOC needs to step out of the 1920s and the 30s and start to update its rules, especially when it comes to marijuana, because many of its athletes, do it. And to be very honest with you, even though they suspended Michael Phelps, when Michael Phelps got caught with marijuana, they didn't try to disqualify him from the Olympics. In fact, the IOC did everything that they could to bend over backwards to let Michael Phelps swim in the Olympics and to have his suspension be done after the Olympics happened. So we gonna keep that as Queen Tay consistently has said on this show for as long as I've been on here. We gonna keep the same energy. If we let Michael Phelps swim and get his medals for having his marijuana, okay, we should do the same for this young lady who is a force to be reckoned with on the track. And what I find it interesting is they're playing up this whole like, well, she can still run the relay. Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, who controls if she runs the relay? She has to be chosen for the relay. There are 6 individuals for 4 spots on the relay. And I can see the IOC, okay, being completely dirty and grimy and petty and not choosing her to run in the relay. But I also see like they could possibly, be like, let's not have any more negative backlash. Let's let her run in the relay. I don't agree with the suspension. I don't agree with the way that they're treating her. I give her all the props for owning up to what happened and accepting it. But she is the most professional person in this entire situation because she had every right to come off on the IOC.
And I want to segue into the next topic on that because our Olympics are very much black this year. I love it. Absolutely love it. But with that becomes even more drama. The FINA, I believe, and associated with the Olympics, have banned certain type of caps that are used for women with wavy hair or puffy or curly hair, which are mostly black women. Also, 2 more athletes had to withdraw from 400-meter races. Christine Maboma and Beatrice Masalagi, they apparently said that natural testosterone was too high to run in the 400-meter dash, but they can run in the 200-meter. All black women, all going through a lot of issues with the Olympics. My thoughts, my question to you, and Matt, I'll start off with you. As much as we love the Olympics, right? With the Sha'Carri Richardson thing, with these last 3 things I've mentioned to you, what are your thoughts on how the Olympics are handling everything, handling black women or these black athletes?
Like everybody else.
Like everybody else.
Boy, this sounds like Georgia creating laws so you can, so you can vote. This is what it sounds like to me. I mean, that's neither here nor there. I mean, but honestly, there's always obstacles.
That's here and there. You're right.
That's here and there. You're right. It's always like a hurdle, and no pun intended. There's always like a hurdle that they gotta throw in to make it justify the means that we're great. We're great. Damn near legendary with everything that we do. And when I mean we, I mean black men, black women, especially black women.
I'm about to say we're not talking about black men right now, but
thank you. But it's just
real quick.
It's just another cliff note as far as why they are as great as they are. You're going to put these things in front of them thinking that it's going to hold them down, and then they're just going to succeed over it. So at the end of the day, keep hating. They're going to keep being great.
Tay, I see your facial expressions. What are your thoughts on this? Because there's something else happened a little while ago with Simone Biles not being able to do a certain routine because nobody else can do the same routine.
I think it's nonsense. This is something that we unfortunately face in almost every aspect of life. But I feel like I'm way more outraged about the swim caps than I am about a few other situations. I just feel like in a way, I do agree with Peter that some of the rules are archaic. But we know what we sign. You know what you're signing up for too. So it's not like you're hit with a bait and switch. Somebody can't say, here are the rules, right? And because you're a person of color, and of course it's trash and it's tragic and all that stuff, but if somebody say, here's the rules, right? When you sign on the line, whether you like the rules or not, those are the rules.
They didn't sign up to get nappy hair and having their hair fall out because of chlorine in the water.
I'm talking about the Olympics. I'm talking about how the Olympics are. This is not anything. I'm not saying that it's right or we can continue to perpetuate the norm. But what I'm saying is, and you guys are wrong. Michael Phelps was not celebrated when he tested positive for marijuana. He was he went from the most beloved athlete to the most hated athlete during that time by the majority media. So I
wasn't talking about the media. I meant the Olympics themselves, the Olympic Committee themselves. They tried to sweep his suspension to after the Olympics that he competed in because they didn't want to lose Phelps competing in the Olympics, because I believe when he tested positive, that would have been when he would have broken the world record for a gold medal.
I remember I just became a mother at that time, and I was watching those intently, and it wasn't as easy. The media kind of forced the Olympic committee, the Olympic committee's hand with that.
You think they'll do that with this situation, though?
I think to be honest with you, as much as people, I don't think it could have been worse than 30 days. It could have been.
But to stop her from competing.
Unfortunately, as sad as it is, she stopped herself from competing. As a student athlete, like as an athlete, you know what's right and wrong. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want to compare weed to performance enhancing drugs because it's not the same thing
at all. Yeah,
I would never use that narrative to display this. Yes, I want her to run. Yes, I want her to get all the notoriety. Yes, but the thing is, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to brush under the fact that they didn't come and attack her for no reason. No. She didn't violate the law.
Right.
Like if somebody said, "Oh, I only smoke one crack rock," you still smoke the crack rock. Like you still did it.
Still a crackhead, bro.
Still a crackhead.
Well, what you think, Dre?
Somebody said that, "Oh, I didn't cheat on my wife. I didn't have an affair. I just slept with the girl one time." You still did it. Like
absolutely. I'll answer after Pete. Pete, go ahead.
I want to kind of also stand on the pedestal with Tay about, like, I'm a little bit more upset about the swim caps than anything else.
And the funny part is the swim cap thing literally just happened.
Like, right, yeah, like that's the thing. It was literally just the whole thing where they were just like, yeah, we're not going to approve you using these swim caps. It's not like there's any rule that says, oh, you can't. It's just the Olympic Committee deciding, nope, we're not going to let you use them. Obviously, I don't know anything about the science behind the testosterone testing, and I'm not going to sit here and expound on that as if I did. I don't know how people's natural testosterone work, what levels are supposed to be or whatever. But the swim cap thing pissed me off more because, listen, I mean, we not only, are the rules archaic, they're also not very inclusive. And at the end of the day, if you're setting a stage where, it's supposed to be a world competition, you also need to understand that there are going to be different situations for everyone around the world. And when we're talking about different types of hair and how chlorine and how pool water and how swimming water can affect those types of hair, and we're able to find a swim cap that benefits men and women of color, especially women of color, when they're swimming in the pool, and it does not give them any type of performance advantage. It does not give them any type of unfair advantage in swimming, right? But it just does a better job at protecting the texture and naturalness of their hair versus other swim caps. I don't understand why this is a big deal. And the IOC not only needs to stop being archaic, but it needs to start to realize that it needs to become more inclusive with the way that it works its rule systems and the way that it treats its athletes. Because while the Olympics may still be a big deal, at the end of the day, the Olympics are nothing without its athletes.
Absolutely. I agree. I definitely agree. And there's really nothing more I can really add to that because everybody has given out.
Hold up.
Oh, boy.
The athletes would never be bigger than the brand. We got to stop with this. Because if none of these people competed, they would just find more people to compete. Like,
the Olympics are like a big company.
They're stepping stone
you don't want to run? Oh, let me call so and so before you even drop out. Just being honest. But let the damn girl run. Who cares? Like, let her run.
Right. It's not like she's like, you know what? She's coming out there looking like Brock Lesnar and running like
worst that can happen is
let's go.
Let her run.
Let's run these.
Worst that can happen is
and if she looked like Brock Lesnar and could set a world record in running, I'd be afraid.
I would definitely want to see it too.
Exactly.
If you move that fast and you look like Brock Lesnar, you're dangerous.
She'll be told the worst that can happen is she'll get hungry or she'll fall asleep running. It ain't even that deep. It's just weed.
She's not gonna. She's gonna get hungry running. That's
only time weed is a performance enhancer. They put munchies on the other side of the track. That's it.
Facts.
from one controversy to, I guess, a solution, the NCAA has finally ruled that student athletes can now sell their name and likeliness and also make other endorsement money. We've been talking about this for...
Give Reggie Bush back his Heisman Trophy.
Give Chris Webber and Michigan back their banners too.
Give
Yes.
That's gonna be the next.
I forgot all about that. That's the crazy.
That's gonna be that's gonna be the next big controversy. I think Reggie Bush is just the tip of the iceberg on that, because you're gonna have a lot of these schools and a lot of these athletes that got their accolades and got their titles wiped away because of this inappropriate benefits and all this other stuff that you've now made legal. The NCAA is going to have a big fight on their hand with a lot of these schools and athletes wanting those things brought back retroactively. And I think Reggie Bush is only the tip of the iceberg.
Don't even fight it. Just give it to him. It's not. What does it cost you? It doesn't cost you nothing.
It took the NCAA this much time to give the athletes this.
Exactly. You righted the wrong. Now continue righting your wrong so y'all can move forward. It's not.
You know who we talking about, Matt?
I know, but I'm just saying.
Right.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. If we're here, we're here, and we know all the stuff that happened in the background that got us to this place. Now,
right?
How are we going to move forward if there was so much wrong behind us? Give Reggie Bush his Heisman back.
We're talking about
it cost them nothing, Dre. You know that it cost them nothing.
It cost them everything.
It cost some people everything.
Yeah, it definitely cost them everything.
It impacted some people's careers in a way that they can never get back. You know, there's so many student athletes out there that weren't able to really compete on the big leagues because of the violations on the NCAA side. These are people who we didn't get a chance to see if they would have been better than LeBron, better than Kobe, better than this, better than that.
Shut up, you. Ooh,
and some of them, Tate, to tack on to that, some of them may never have made it just because they were great. We've seen a lot of great collegiate players that don't exactly pan out in the big leagues, but they're able to live. A lot of them are able to make a living off of their accolades in collegiate sports. And when you take those accolades away, those abilities to make those livings go with them, especially if they never have a pro career.
Matter of fact, get him. He said Reggie besmirched the Heisman. Get him. He said Reggie didn't deserve the Heisman. Get him now. I can't curse. Get him.
And I can't.
Tay can't curse either. What y'all talking about?
But she knows how to mathematically.
Wrong. He's definitely wrong. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and I think that he didn't besmirch the Heisman. The Heisman just besmirched themselves. That was such a miscarriage of justice at that point when it comes to the sports world. And Reggie Bush, he's one of the ones that I feel like his whole career was shaped by that tragedy. Not tragedy, but like travesty.
You're right.
Not in the league, though.
I call it a tragedy,
too. In the league.
In the NFL?
It followed him everywhere, though.
I give that credit to Kim Kardashian.
It wasn't it followed him. Well, the Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, that was added.
I give that credit to Kim Kardashian.
That was added. That was added.
Yeah.
But maybe Chris Webber might get welcomed back home.
Chris Webber and Jalen Rose are talking again, so anything is possible.
No, I'm talking about Michigan. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I don't think they ever gonna get over that timeout, but
they're gonna have to get over it. Like Scottie Pippen gonna have to get over the fact that he didn't take that last shot.
Something's wrong with him, man.
Until Michigan wins another championship, they never gonna get over that.
Nah, Michigan, they
came close. They came close.
Yeah, but like I said, until Michigan wins a title, they're not gonna get over that.
Nah,
that's a fact.
They got as far as what's the name got them to. Juwan Howard got them to. So it is A-okay. It is A-okay. Pete.
What's up with your boy?
Who?
With your boy?
Which one?
Scotty
That's not my boy. That's not my boy at all.
That's
I
definitely.
I didn't like Scotty like that.
Oh, wrong with him. Boy is really working overtime to get this book sales going because he is wilding in these streets. Wilding.
Yeah, he's wilding. His book don't come out till September, bro. Like, what are you doing?
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna buy it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I was gonna buy it anyway, but now he's making me side eye the book.
I'm side eyeing him. I've been side eyeing him for a minute. He's just been bugging. Like, I don't even think we should have that conversation about Phil Jackson right now.
No. That wasn't even on the rundown, and that's
we
an
can't
episode.
Even have that conversation. Yeah, we can't have that conversation.
So
I ain't ready for that yet.
Moving forward, since we're already on another person acting out, Pete, tell us about Mr. I'm on administrative leave, Trevor Bauer.
Oh boy! So for those of y'all who have not heard about this, the biggest story in Major League Baseball going on right now, besides the actual baseball, is the story of Trevor Bauer, the big free agent pickup by the Los Angeles Dodgers. And talk about missing, dodging a major bullet. Remember that this was a man who almost signed with the New York Mets this offseason. Was literally on the verge of signing with the New York Mets. But signed with the Los Angeles Dodgers, is over there. And recently a story came out where he was being, someone was accusing him, an individual was accusing him of sexual assault. And then his lawyers immediately came out and said there was no sexual assault. Everything was consensual. Then the story evolved to it was aggravated sexual assault and battery, and he caused injuries to this person and things like that. And they released, obviously, records, medical records and pictures of the injuries that they said that they sustained. Well, his lawyers then countered again with, well, wait a minute. We have all the text messages and all the correspondences between this person and Trevor Bauer, where this person was telling Trevor Bauer that they wanted certain things done to them. And it's like outlined in these text messages and all these other things that this person was, did it. Yes, Trevor Bauer and this person did engage in rough sexual encounters, and this all happened and blah, 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 blah. And so Trevor Bauer and his attorneys are not backing off from the claim that, yes, the encounters happened. Yes, they were rough. And yes, he was aware that they may have caused injuries, but they are arguing that it was all consensual. And this was what the parties both wanted. And obviously this is becoming big news in Major League Baseball. But apparently Trevor Bauer was still actually slated to start a game for the Los Angeles Dodgers as of a couple of days ago until Major League Baseball intervened and put him on administrative leave.
So,
and now they are investigating the case.
Let me get this straight. This man, you know what? Because I feel like I'm going to say something crazy, but
go ahead, say it. I can't be the only one.
But because I want to, this is one of those, again, still one of those, believe the victim till we get anything different. And the fact that the MLB just don't care. MLB just don't care because the Houston Astros cheated for 2 years and they didn't get suspended. I'm still not over that. But they can't do nothing about this. About a sexual assault, bro.
As of 3 days ago, I think as of 2 to 3 days ago, he was still listed as being the starting pitcher for a game this upcoming weekend until MLB then put him on administrative leave.
Imagine somebody catch a body. Oh, I'm gonna go on administrative leave. They
get charged.
The MLB sound like the police. Like,
is it just an accusation? Is he getting charged? Is he getting charged?
Let me tell you what I have.
I believe it's an accusation as of now, and they're pursuing legal. But still, like, bro,
the irony if he would have actually got to the Mets
on fire.
The irony
in New York, they would have handled that quick, bro.
No, but after dude, they just fired somebody from the Mets for the same thing. You know what I'm saying? The irony in all that, it's just. I don't understand people, yo.
I don't understand people either. Tay, your thoughts on this whole and how MLB is handling it, administrative leave?
I think it's nonsense. I think it's if you want to talk about injustice, like this is disgusting. This is disgusting. They didn't handle anything. Administrative leave, he should have been effectively fired. And I hope this person presses charges.
What the?
What happened?
Yeah, somebody put a
weird. I think he's flirting with you.
I don't want to even put the comment up.
So,
but let me see.
You don't want to see it.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. Hold on.
Delete that shit.
Yeah. Let me fix that. That's.
You cursing? What's wrong with you?
No, that was disgusting.
I know.
Wow.
And I wouldn't even give you the time of day.
Bruh. We're not going to repeat what he said, but God,
that's
bro,
terrible.
That's
so Major League Baseball. Yeah, no. Major League Baseball placed Trevor Bauer on 7-day administrative leave literally yesterday, Friday. He had been scheduled to pitch Sunday in D.C. And was being accused. A woman who had 2 sexual encounters with Trevor Bauer obtained a restraining order against him in L.A. County Superior Court earlier this week. Her declaration is that Bauer assaulted her by choking her until she lost consciousness on multiple occasions, punched her in several areas of her body, and scratched the side of her face. Bauer's lawyers are stating that the encounters were wholly consensual, adding that her basis for filing a protection order is non-existent. They provided text messages that show the woman inviting rough encounters and talking about how she wants Bauer to, quote, give me all the pain and choke me out 8 days before their second encounter.
This is weird. This is a very weird story.
He was scheduled to pitch. He was listed as the starting pitcher on record for what would have been tomorrow's game, and he was not placed on administrative leave until this past Friday. Mind you, the story broke much earlier in the week.
This is a weird and wild story, and the MLB needs to do something about it. That's point blank.
He's still getting paid for this? Is he still getting paid?
He's on administrative leave. He's definitely getting paid still.
And it's only a 7-day administrative leave. And I'm sorry, we have seen how many cases of this kind of thing happen in other sports where these investigations take months. We still, listen, talk about something that's being swept under the rug. When was the last time we heard anything about what's going on with Deshaun Watson? Talk about out of sight, out of mind. They trying to act like if they don't talk about it, this boy's going to roll up to Houston Texans camp as a starting quarterback.
No, because
he got 2 things going against him. He's black and he's canceled. Ain't no way in the world they gonna let that man start. You know how the NFL get down. They don't brush nothing under the bus.
But when was this? Hold on. But what I'm saying is the correlation that I'm trying to make is the Major League Baseball put this man on 1 week leave to perform an investigation. NFL has been investigating the Deshaun Watson allegations for how long? And we still haven't heard anything. So MLB thinks they're going to be able to do in 1 week what the NFL has not been able to do in months.
Well, if I'm not being mistaken, they can extend it at any given amount of time. So it's more or less they're trying to gather information more in the situation because right now it's still just an accusation. Not saying that it's not being taken serious. They're just waiting for more information on the matter. So you can't judge them. That's their parameters of what they can do at the moment, but what they have.
But the more information we'll get on it, we'll make sure we come back and cover it again. Now, on to the NBA. Chris Paul has made his first NBA Finals, y'all.
Shout out to that man.
Woo! Give that man his dap.
Can I curse now?
Nope.
Come on, I just got one.
Nope.
Just one.
Nope.
Come on, it's Chris Paul.
Nope.
Why not? I just want to talk about that, Bev.
Nope. Anyway, As y'all saw at the end of the game, Pat Bev did Pat Bev things, but that doesn't take away from the fact that Chris Paul has led this Phoenix Suns team that has not made the playoffs in 10 years.
Nah, it's long.
To an NBA final.
Finals 93.
I said playoffs. I said the playoffs.
I just heard that. I said my bad. Relax. Put your gun away, Dre. Put your gun away.
Hey. Anyway, Chris Paul brought the Suns to the finals. Pete, your thoughts on this magic? I'm going to call it the magical run by the Suns, and can they finish the job?
First off, I don't think it's a magical run. I don't. I think they were. I think I'm on record saying at the very beginning of these playoffs that I think Utah and Phoenix were the two most dangerous teams to deal with in the West. So I don't consider it to be a magical run. I think they've always been a team that had the weapons to do it and had the ability to do it. And we saw how Chris Paul made this team better. I think you could call it magical if you're glad that they were able to do what they were able to do at the time where Chris Paul is not at 100%. But this was a team that showed out in the bubble when they had that incredible series with the Nuggets, and they were that close. And this year they added Chris Paul, and the dynamic that Chris Paul has added to the Phoenix Suns has been incredible. And in terms of your second question, Dre, yes, I do think they can finish the job. I don't think, first off, they have two things. One, they have rest. Okay. If Atlanta wins game 6 tonight, okay, on Saturday, July 3rd, then they will have to go to a game 7 with Milwaukee, which now you're just extending the amount of rest that Phoenix is going to get. And if anybody could use the rest, it is going to be Chris Paul and that injury. So now you're giving them a chance to get back to full power and face those teams. And secondly, I think that even with a hobbled Chris Paul, the Phoenix Suns are better than either the Milwaukee Bucks or the Atlanta Hawks.
Especially without Giannis and Trae Young.
Right. And if either one of those teams make it, and either one of those stars are out, even though I think Trae is scheduled to play tonight, at least the last that I heard, Giannis is definitely out for game 6. But if Milwaukee were to go to the finals without Giannis, I don't think they stand any chance against the Suns. And even if Trae Young showed up for Atlanta in the finals, if Atlanta were to make the finals, I still think Phoenix is a step ahead of Atlanta if they were to make it to the finals. I am putting my pick that Phoenix will win barring any major injury. I have money on Phoenix winning the NBA title this year.
I said that at the end of last round. Y'all looked at me like I was dumb. I said that.
Who looked at you like you was dumb?
You.
I never looked at you like Phoenix. I never thought Phoenix was trash. Their number 2
What you say, y'all? She almost always be mad.
No, but I said the end of last series. Whoever won that last series of Phoenix was going to win the championship.
Phoenix and the Clippers?
Yeah, I said that.
So you saying that we all had faith in Pandemic Pete to win the series?
I had faith in the Clippers. But I said whoever won that series was going to win the championship.
Oh, I think I know why that happened, Tavia.
Why?
I think it was because the Nets had not been eliminated yet.
Why?
Here we go. Here we go.
Beat no Suns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
The Nets hadn't been. I think me and Matt.
Matt, you want to lay on the couch?
Pete, you missed last week's episode. The Nets got dropped off in second round town. If you didn't know.
No, I know that, but I think when you said what you said about Phoenix, I do remember that
the Nets were gonna get dropped off in second round town.
Tay, I think you should sing the song for them.
No, I'm out.
Round town. In second round town. In second round town.
Yeah, that's a lovely song.
The Phoenix Suns.
Yes.
Or the Clippers, which I knew the Suns were going to beat the Clippers. Like, I had no faith in the LA Clippers whatsoever. We were getting ready to hold a 10-bell salute for them in the first round.
And then when Kawhi went down, it was over.
Yeah, but I think the Atlanta Hawks, they remind me. I always hate comparisons, but I feel as if they're a good team. I think they overperformed expectations this year. I don't see them matching that same energy next season. I see, they're like a Cinderella story that's going to end either this round or the next. And the Bucks are the worst good team I've ever seen in my life.
The Hawks have done one really, really great thing, regardless of whether they win the title or not. They have the Atlanta Hawks on their own have exposed the.
Wait, hold on. What did you say?
It don't matter if you don't win the championship. I don't care.
Well, no. I was saying the one thing that they have done, regardless of if they win or not, is the Atlanta Hawks on their own exposed the major flaws that everybody was just so willing to gloss over with the Philadelphia 76ers.
I don't think anybody was glossing over that. They didn't show up. Tobias Harris was non-existent. Seth Curry is owed money. Ben Simmons needs to get out of Philadelphia because I'm sorry, the city of Philadelphia is never going to forgive him because this is the greatest opportunity that was ever presented to them as far as getting to the finals and if even winning the championship.
Sources say they turned down a trade for Ben Simmons of Malcolm Brogdon and a first-round pick.
Yeah, that's a stupid try. That's a stupid trade. I wouldn't have took that either.
I wouldn't have taken that trade either.
I wouldn't have took that trade either. And I like Malcolm Brogdon, but no.
I would have took it. I'd have took it.
I wouldn't have taken
it. You just desperate to get rid of Ben Simmons, but
you fired me. I'd have took that and the first round pick.
We would have we like I like the 76ers.
Right.
One more piece.
Yeah,
technically, real. In all honesty, they like if you don't play Ben Simmons, right? You have a guard. You have Seth Curry. I was going to say Austin Rivers, right? Seth Curry,
wrong family member.
I know, right?
Wrong.
Seth Curry has kind of he's proved his worth as far as being a valid guard for them. He showed up when Ben Simmons didn't do it. It's just a matter of Tobias Harris did not show up. Danny Green, well, that's to be expected. Joel Embiid was hurt. They got some quality minutes out of Shake Milton who disappeared in the last game, but it is but they got what they need. It's just a matter of Ben Simmons was a liability when he was on the floor.
I'm tired of talking about garbage ass Ben Simmons. He is in Drummond Town too. Bum.
You know what's funny though? I don't even think of Drummond. You know who I think of when I think of how badly Ben Simmons did in these playoffs? I think about how badly Roy Hibbert disappeared when the Indiana Pacers were really doing well.
Oof, I heard that name in a while for good reason.
Yeah, because Rick Carlisle's over there now. That's why we hear about him.
Rick Carlisle's back there.
Yeah, can you repeat the question though? Because I ain't answer
it. What do you think about Phoenix Cinderella run? And can they finish it out?
I don't think it's a Cinderella run. They were number 2 in the Western Conference. Granted, there was a lot of injuries that played a part in that, and a lot of things in the playoffs. But we Devin Booker is real. We've known he's been this good for a long time, but we never really foreseen it happening on this stage.
He didn't have a point guard. He had to
exactly.
Yeah.
So now that he's on this stage and he is showing out like how he's showing out, and then he has the additional help of DeAndre Ayton, who's coming into his own and playing like a big man, which will give Milwaukee problems if they face Milwaukee in the finals. And then you got Cameron Payne, and then you have what's his name? Freaking forgot his name.
Johnson.
Yeah,
or Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder, well, he's kind of iffy in the last 3 games. Honestly.
But Crowder gonna play bully ball.
But he's gonna play defense.
Play bully ball with Giannis.
And he's gonna get rebounds, and he's not afraid to step up to that challenge because he tried to go face to face with LeBron James.
He is gonna. Jay Crowder on his own, I honestly think will be the difference maker because Crowder offensively. He's going to bully Giannis on the defensive end, which is going to make Giannis a lot more ineffective because they're probably going to put Giannis on Ayton, and Ayton's going to eat him up because Crowder's going to bully him on the defensive end.
Quick question, Tay, I know you have to go. This is the last question for you. Giannis is not playing tonight. Trae Young is. Do you see the Hawks taking this to Game 7 tonight?
Yes.
At home.
Absolutely yes. Okay. Matt.
What's up?
Do you see Giannis you see the Hawks taking it to a Game 7 tonight with Trae playing?
Yeah, I do. They're home. They play a lot better at home than they play better on the road too. But they're home. So,
Pete, your thoughts?
I do as well, mostly because I think Trey's going to try to put them on his shoulders. And I don't. And listen, I lived through too many years of Brook Lopez to know he is not that good on back-to-back games.
Absolutely.
Boy, that was the miracle. That was a miracle if I ever saw one.
I'm not doing this with Brook Lopez because now I'm gonna start cursing. But shout out to the Jobber Tears Network, 2.5 Bros, Talk of Champions, us at the Yerrr Sports Show, Saison Talks, Saison Sessions, the Jobber Tears Podcast, Tavius Tea Time, Brooklyn BS, all of us here. Jobber Slam, the 31st. Email jobberslam@gmail.com for more details to get tickets, to sponsor. So, Pete, you have a show coming up as well, too.
I do, yes. August 13th in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Want to be starting something, a first debut show presented by We Are Wrestling WAW. Tickets are on sale. There's a link in all our social media bios, or you can DM the We Are Wrestling page on Instagram for more information. We have VIP tickets. There are only 25 of those available. Those will come with a signed event poster from everybody on the show and a limited event shirt that will only be given to VIPs and sponsors. If you're interested in sponsoring the show as well, you can email We Are Wrestling, wearewrestling1@gmail.com.
Absolutely. All right, cool. I guess we're trying to get copyright right by playing Michael Jackson. So, for the voice of a generation, Pete Rosado, for BK Matt, for the head of the Yerrr Sports Show tables, aka Queen Tay, aka 7K Tay, it is your boy Big Baby signing off. Peace.